Hey, all, just testing. Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Just get a few minutes for everyone to join in. One more minute and then we'll start. Right, so let me just turn the fan off. Right. Hi everyone, hope everyone's well. Let me just mute rest notifications. Right. So let me get chat back up, and here we go. So it's good to see a few more people joined. As you're all aware from the pin message, I've not literally slept one bit, and I had some disturbing messages, as you all know, yesterday. The team are fully aware, as I forwarded them to the team. For somebody that is trading to help a platform, shouldn't have received any kind of messages like them, and it has hit me. It's hit me hard, really hard. There's been no way I could trade. Probably not even tomorrow. I won't be able to trade. But I would think, and I'm willing to help, but I need help from you lot as well. There's only one way the MOF will pass, so everyone actually makes a passive income, and then once everyone starts making a passive income, we can end it in a natural way. Where we could just say to everyone just to withdraw at that point, because we know every single person is ROI'd. I'm willing to put in $5,000 of my own personal money into MOF to keep MOF going for now, so we don't have to use any of the pool money. I'm also going to be using trading fees. That's every bit of trading fees, every bit of interest from other projects that we're incurring, apart from Farmer Fortune, because I don't think it's right that the Farmer Fortune should pay for the MOF. And I will inject on the 28th of every month as if we were doing the NFTs. I'll also be doing a vote this week for the NFT holders only. And it's directly for the NFTs to relinquish this month's NFTs. So you'll be all helping the project yourselves from the NFTs. And if they do agree, and all the NFT holders do agree to put the amount of the NFTs into the Mischief of Fortune, then I highly suggest everyone does spank everyone that holds an NFT. And there are people that hold 50 NFTs, and one is our partner, Ascended DeFi. So we will do a vote this week, and it's the only way I can see this thing going and going for a long time. On the 28th, I will be doing a $5,000 injection today into MOF and my own personal money. 1 second, just need to take Bobby downstairs. Right, I'm back. So I will put $5,000 in today. I will put another $5,000 in on the 28th, as long as I see all the community work together. If the community works together, then I will follow through on every single promise I've made on this AMA, and that is why it's recorded. I have not even shared any of this with any of the team. I have made this decision based on my own decisions, and I'm willing to put more money of my own personal money into Fortune Hunters to help. But all I ask is that I get a little bit of help back. I don't know what else to say. I don't know if Al or anyone wants to take over for a minute, because I just need to breathe.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, take your time, mate. I mean, yeah, things. DeFi is a problematic situation when the money's coming in, everyone's happy, but obviously, this is what what sometimes happens is that there's always rocky roads. So this is a rocky part of our road. It doesn't deter us, doesn't stop us from doing anything that we're planning for the future. But these are shit times. These are tough times, and all we can say is we're going to always try and do the right thing. We don't get it right every single time. Just repeating what I've said on previously. We don't get it right every single time, but we always try to do the right thing for the community. And sometimes that means that not everyone's happy. But we always have to think about the community and what's best for the community as a whole, rather than one certain individual. So it's a tough gig, Easy when things are going great, easy peasy, right? But if it was this easy, everyone would be doing it. But hey, especially, I think it'd be easy if you just start a project, smash it out, delete the website, boom, done. There are plenty of dev teams that do that. We're not one of them. So you know, we've got the hard path, and we value your trust, and we're always going to try and do the right thing. So yeah, as usual, you're a patient, and there are some people that have fallen by the website, the website, the website, the wayside. We have people on the AMA said, "Oh, I think my journey in Fortune Hunters is over." Guess what? He ROI'd and then some. So he was, almost certainly one of the people that was draining. But it is what it is, It's just one of those things. So yeah, just please be patient, and whenever you're ready, Craig, mate, just take a minute and come back when you're good, but don't rush it.
Right. Yeah, so let me explain what I meant, because I realized I haven't made it really clear. And what I mean is I'm trying to make it so that we can get the project to be everyone to ROI, but we will need people to do 50-50. And that's how you could help me. I'm putting my own personal money, and it will be a total of $20,000. I've put in my own personal money at the moment, and $25,000 on the 28th of this month. So I do need people's help to do 50-50. Everyone will ROI at the time when we decide to end the project. And the reason I'm saying this is for those that are training every single day at this present time, they have took 150% already. And it's not fair on you lot. It's definitely not fair on the team trying to relinquish all the funds that have been drained out, and puts pressure on them when we all know the pancake spot is absolute fucking awful. And it's been hard. It's been really hard. And when the two members of the team that are doing the pancake spot for MOF, they're on a constant message saying, look, I'm having to stop the NFT again. I'm like, wait a minute, just let me see if there's anything I've got, any project that has the NFTs come out of range, so it's not costing you, or you're not stopping getting the fees. And we've been trying to work together, and I don't want the pools to be touched for a little bit so that they have time, because it is a balanced. If you haven't noticed, BNB has been a really steady price for the past couple of days. I don't want the pools to be touched. So if it means the balance goes down to 40k, 30k, there's nothing to worry. We know how much is being taken out every single day, and we know if it's going to go below a certain range that we need to inject, and it's important that we inject. We just chose the 100k mark as a marker, the same as with BNB. We only chose 100 BNB, which is 35k. Well, it's not, it's 30k now. But that's why we chose that marker, because it was a straight 100. That's how we chose it, as 100. So we're 100k, 100 BNB. Now that the going is getting a little bit tough, and it's getting past the 150 days, whichever one in the first day that does the 50-50 on the next withdraw are ROI'd, it gets a little tougher, because people will start wanting to withdraw. And if we get that help, I will help the project fully. And I mean, I will put my dedication to MOF. The team can carry on in BOF. what I have also decided is, yes, I agree with the community. We should have a private BOF group to start off with, which will be the ones that have continued to do the 50-50 in MOF the whole way through. And in Farmer Fortune as well, remember, we've got the forms with the addresses on so we can check. And because we will bring it to public, but we'll have a private one first just to test to make sure we are at a 0%, if there's anything we need to change. And for the look of the people that we choose to join the private group, will get their initials back to join the public group. It will only be a test for a certain amount of time, and then they'll get their initials back plus the profit we've made in the meantime of what we're doing. So it actually gives us a rough estimate of what we can actually incur each week as well. So it will be a limited group to start off with, so we won't hear nothing about it. These limited people will be contacted privately. Not sure entirely how we're going to do that yet, because admins don't DM. So I'll think of something. I don't know what it'll be, but I'll think of something. But we need to do it so that it's going to give us that time. We need that time just to test things. And when there's somebody using self-repairs on both Farmer Fortune and Mischief Fortune, the same person, basically trying to drain it, we need to get everyone to ROI and get a little bit of profit and then end it as soon as we can. Because why should they benefit anymore? They have literally abused the system, and I'm the one getting these nasty DMs, and sometimes I just can't. I've got kids at home and I'm not sleeping because I'm thinking, how can I actually do it? Because yeah, we have the motto of nobody loses in Fortune Hunter, but the community we need the community's help to help do that. And we've stated that all the way from Cake of Fortune. If you all remember, if you was here from the first of Cake of Fortune, we didn't have many investors, but it didn't drop. The contract balance didn't drop. Everyone followed the plan. Everyone followed the 50-50 rule. And we went to Elk Fortune, did the exact same thing. And look, they're a year old, which is a milestone in DeFi. And TFM will get there as well. Farms are extremely hard to do this because people know when the balance starts to drain, they know they need to start withdrawing. And with Farmer Fortune, everyone's like, oh, you said nobody loses, you need to refund everyone. So we agreed to the refunds. Mischief Fortune, we can't agree to the refunds. So we've got to do as much as we can to help the platform just go on. And that's why I've got to put my own personal money into it. And that's the way we've got to do it. But I will help the platform as long as I get the help back, because I don't want it to just be, because it's a constant losing. We've got to find the funds for Farmer Fortune, remember? So we had the self-referrals that drained Farmer Fortune. And I mean, really badly drained it. Like, on one of the wallets, of the 16 wallets, 126 BNB in green. They was in profit by 126 BNB. And somebody was 120 BNB in the red. And I've got, well, the team, myself and the team, I've got to find that 120 BNB to pay that one person back. Now there were 2,000 people in Farmer Fortune. So in all, and if it wasn't for the team, I would have washed my hands of Fortune Hunters the way I felt today. And the team says, no, look, just let's put our heads together. And then that's when I had the thought, and I said, look, okay, I will help, but I need the help back. And I will push forward with Fortune Hunters and do what's right. But I need to get MOF over once it's safe to do so, once everyone's ROI'd. Because I'm not one for having people lose out. I don't like people losing out. I've been that person to lose out. I've been in rugs, I've been in tugs, and you know the score. We've all been in there. That's why Fortune Hunters were built. But it's got to be a community effort. And I keep going back to Cake of Fortune. There's 92% in Cake of Fortune reinvest. But in Mischief of Fortune up until the last 2 days has been 5%, 10%, 12%, because they're getting a static 1%. But in Cake of Fortune, if you work it out yourselves, it states 3%, but with the inflation, you might be getting 1%, but you're still happy to do the 50-50 on Cake of Fortune, but not with Mischief of Fortune because of what's being said in other groups. And I can totally understand it. According to this person, I'm a thief. He can't do blockchain analysis, so he can't see where the funds actually are. And that's why I wanted to know what wallets they're in, even though if you just look through the blockchain, it'd be easy enough to find. Everything's open source. But I'm a thief, I'm a liar, I'm going to have the law on me. And like I said, the law don't bother me. That's not a problem. We went to the UK government at the blockchain economy, and you got Gasto and Darkside to prove it. And also Crypto Unity, because they was around us at the time when I said, look, I've just got to nip off and go and speak to the UK government. So they know everything. They know everything, my name, my phone name, my middle name, where I live, my wallet addresses, the websites, everything. If I had anything to worry about, would I really go to the UK government to ask for a partnership with the UK government? By the way, I'm not following through with the UK government because they'd probably want us to go centralized so everyone's info would be available. I'm not going to do that. And that's why we never pursued it any further. But that's how it is. But I'm willing to go that extra mile and make a loss myself. But I do, and I really do need your help, and the team need your help too.
So just to speak for a second. What we're probably going to do is the team will have a meeting and we'll make some notes as to sort of make all this information clear as to what our plans are, what we're going to do, what we're asking the community how to respond. So it will be crystal clear for everyone, who's a fortune hunter, so they'll be able to see and very easily understand what is going on. Okay, so if you're listening back to the AMA, don't worry. Within a couple of days, we'll have formalized all these ideas and got it down into a document, which we'll probably be putting on the news and announcements channel. So you can look forward to that.
Bruno, next one will be private only to test. So we'll be doing a private public test sort of thing so that we can get everything right, to make sure everything's right, so we know on a rough estimate we can break what we're saying we're going to break, which that private group will find out before anyone else of the tokenomics of it, obviously. But then it will go public to everyone once we're ready for it to go public to everyone. But we feel that it'd benefit the ones that have actually helped the whole project, the ones that have been doing the 50-50, that will be invited to that private group, as we already have their names from the Farmer Fortune refunds. Yeah, I'll let you speak, Fran, about 1 second. You're able to speak, and nice one. It's first time you're speaking on the AMA, I think.
Hi Craig, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about everything that's going on. Must be frustrating. I can't believe it's come to this, but this is DeFi and everyone knows that they need to manage, their own money and stuff. But I have had a few ideas and I don't know how easy it is to implement. So say we're withdrawing from Mischief of Fortune, you put your 50% in, you take your 50 out. Is there any way the people who take the 50% profit can put into a pool that generates income to put back into Mischief of Fortune, but we never ever lose that income that comes back to us, and you could use that as the whitelist for BOF. So the people who do that to help out MOF automatically then want to get whitelisted for BOF as the private.
I'll put that towards team. That's actually not a bad idea. That
yeah. So the people who put the money in don't lose the money. They get their initials always back. But obviously, with everyone's capital altogether, as you know, with compound interest, is going to be a lot more than them people alone. So that goes back into the ecosystem of MOF, and we take them wallet addresses for the private for BOF. I come up with it before, and I thought it might be a genius idea, but I'm not sure how you'll work that out, how to put that into a pool to sort out. But if that's doable, it sounds like a great idea. Yeah, that's all I had to say anyway. Sorry.
Yeah, cheers, no worries. Thank you. Yeah, we'll look into it, Kevin. So it's something that's not with tax purposes. We'll figure something out. I don't know how, but we'll sort some out. Like I say, we'll put it to team first, see what they say. Scouse means someone from Liverpool, and there's two in the chat actually. There's Crypto Phil as well. So I've got two Scousers. Quite cool people actually, Scousers. Been to Liverpool a couple of times. Yeah, so right, so I'm gonna, cause we stopped the sharing of the trades, let me go over what we've made roughly a week and a half. So as you know, there's 30k in the pool of Bybit. There is now 36.625k in Bybit. So we're just over $6,000 in profit. The $2,000 profit we made from that other trade was the best one that actually helped that boost up. So that's going to be what goes in when we get to the 28th. So a minimum of $6,000 will be going into BOF on the 28th. And that's just basically free money going into BOF to help you all, as well as the pool money, as well as other sources of income as well. And we have another source of income as well from one of the partners very shortly. So there's that as well. Trading's been really well, done really well. Today, not done any trades. I tried to do one when I was up at like 4 o'clock. I messaged one of the members back this morning at 4 o'clock because I couldn't understand why I couldn't share the screen in the chat. And I said, look, because it's just because the bot stops any photos being sent in chat between 10 and 8 o'clock in the morning, because normally the team are asleep then. And I thought I'm just the one that doesn't sleep. So because you can do it again in like 4 hours. And because he wanted to share that he'd done the 50-50. And it's nice that people want to do that. They don't have to prove anything. And nobody has to prove anything. It's just we do need that help. And as long as we get to the 28th, then we are going to have a lot more help and increased amount of help. We've got to try and keep the pools building while the BNB's at a stable price right now. And if we can do that, then we can build the MOF back to the point of an end game. And then if it gets to the point where we have still got a tiny bit left in the pools, yeah, you go going to get airdropped, equal amount each. No matter how much you put in the pools, it'll be an equal amount of whatever's left. It's an easier one that I just get your wallet addresses and just how many wallets there is and just share it between you all lot and just to end the game. We just need it done and go to things that are sustainable. And we all know farms aren't sustainable. And I said from the beginning, it was a test. I didn't realize I'd get so much stress to make everyone ROI from it. But this is all I can do to help. I can't guarantee refunds, and this is the only base decision I can come up with, that it's only me that's going to be losing out. So the usual motto of nobody loses in fortune hunters at this present time, it's always been me. And that's why I was ready for just saying, nah, enough's enough. I've put way too much of my personal funds into fortune hunters, and just when the going gets tough, we don't get any appreciation whatsoever. But yeah, we are very close to starting Farmer Fortune refunds. I don't know if any of the other team that are actually going through the forms right now are in the AMA, and I'd let them speak for a minute. But we are very, very shortly. We're not going to say an exact date, but like I say, we got the forms in, we're going through them. We had to clear all one column, then another column to put it all onto a data so that there was no name next to everything to go onto an Excel sheet. Then we're cross-matching everything at the same time while doing that. So yeah, we will get through it. But please, if anyone wants to DM anyone, please, when I start the trades back up, please don't DM me, because if it's anything nasty or concerning, it really puts me off trades, and you need a clear head for trading because you will make losses, and I don't want to make losses. Like I say, I started one this morning and it instantly went to a $50 loss, and I said, no, I can't do it today. That's it. My head's not right. I've not made a loss since that day I posted in the chat of $10 loss, and it was a 0.02% loss. But I just wasn't fast enough this morning to end it, and it ended itself. Because we're at $500 and I had a 10% stop loss, so it ended itself. I wasn't quick enough. It literally just dived instantly. I put it on a long. My normal signal showed me it was going to be a long, and it dived within seconds. Well, instantly. And that's why I said I wasn't going to do anything today. I needed to clear my head and then have a good rest tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll be back to normal. Captain, that would be possible once we have all the data cross-matched, because it's alright saying yes when we couldn't guarantee that right now because we haven't cross-matched all the data. Yeah, we need to do the 50-50 help, and then I will put the extra $5,000 in on the 28th, plus all the interest from the trades. So at the moment it's 6K. It could be whatever at that point. I don't know. We're 14 days away. It's been roughly about 14 days. So on average, we've been doing about 3% a day in trades, but we've only ever used a maximum of 10K from that pool. So I don't know why we've got 30K there, but it was just everyone said put 30K and 10K from each platform. Yeah, we'll figure something out so it's not by DM, so that you're not getting scammers DMing you. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll figure something out.
Yeah. So, I mean, there are scammers everywhere. So, just to be super clear, if you get any, it's the application form to the private group, it's bollocks. Okay, it's not true. Whichever way we do it, we will certainly no way we're just going to DM you and ask you. So, for now, just pretty much forget about that. Yeah, it's whatever you do, don't answer I just don't answer any DMs from, unless I know the person. I don't answer DMs from anyone, and if anyone DMs me out the blue, they're getting instantly blocked and reported, because I'm too stupid. Someone sent me a PDF. It's shit. Oh, my wallet's doing. So, you got to be safe. Make your settings so that you can't automatically download media. That's something that some of the mods can help you with if you don't know how to do. So your settings should be that you don't automatically download media. And if there's a DM from someone that you think is from the team, it's bullshit. The only way we would ever do that is if they had been the person had been tagged in the chat, and then usually certainly the protocol, because some people have been wanting to speak to me privately, and so if they ask me, then I will say, they can DM me, and then I can start a conversation with them. But you need to be extremely careful about answering any DMs. So yeah. So if somebody's DMing you and they haven't tagged you in chat and they're not legit, just treat them as scammers.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add up what Darkside was saying. Is like one of the reasons we know that some of people have complained is that they've been receiving, DMs saying like, "Hey, I'm here to help you with support," or "Hey, we already figured out the refunds. In order for you to get the refund, you just need to click this link, or you just need to send your seed phrase." So this is the kind of things that you might get, guys. So be safe. We always been telling you about this. Darkside is saying that many times. Keep safe. We won't be DMing you for sure, and so please be aware of that. Any announcements, any announcements will always be in the announcement channel. So if it's not there, most likely it's someone scamming you. So please be very very aware. Keep safe. We cannot. I don't know how we can even make it more more obvious what we're trying to tell you, but please keep safe. Back to you, Darkside.
Yeah, 1 second. So one of the questions was, why don't I just send a voice note in DM? Has anyone tried the chat GPT or whatever it is? I ain't tried it yet, but has anyone tried it with a voice? If anyone has seen the scam video, what was going around from Crypto Mischief, sent to me, and then we sent it to Richard to let him know. One of his videos was being used. He was using his voice. It was literally, you could only just notice, and I mean, you had to proper listen into it to notice it wasn't actually Richie. And the video, I knew what the video was anyway, because I've watched literally every single one of Richie's videos. So I knew it was nothing to do with this project they was promoting. And it was basically to try and scam people because Richie was well known. So they were using his face, his name, everything on this video. And for this project, that was literally going to drain your wallet. It's very dangerous. I want to try it, but I daren't try it because, like, you never know what it could do, and it could be very scary. People are making coins from using the Chat GPT, and they're very profitable coins, like Pepe, that were done by Chat GPT, and they made the code and everything for them. So there'll be no room for devs very soon. So, right, I am. Is there any more questions before I end the AMA? I need to have a little bit of a rest. Right, so I'm going to end the chat. If there is any more questions, please feel free to ask them in chat, and we'll be happy to do the answers in the chat. I'm probably going to be away for a couple of hours, but there'll be admins and team in the chat to answer any questions if need be. I'll do that 5k investment first into Mischief of Fortune as promised. And like I say, I will keep to the promise, and it is recorded so everyone can share it to everyone and saying, look, Craig, you said this, so follow up on your promise, and I will. Always will. Yeah, so I'm going to end the AMA. Take care, everyone. Good night. Happy hunting.